In the heart of South Africa, there's a place where very special young animals get a second chance at life. Here, people act as surrogate mothers to one of the world's largest and most intriguing creatures. It's a world of beautiful and curious relationships, where struggle and reward go hand in hand. Rhinos are among the world's most iconic and best-loved animals. Yet they face a terrible threat. Poaching has skyrocketed 9,000%, with an average of 3 rhinos killed every day in South Africa. As this crisis drives the species toward extinction, this is the story of those left behind. It's early January, the middle of summer, and the rainy season at the Rhino Orphanage. The time of plenty brings a buzz of business to the Bushveld. The orphanage is busy too, with an exciting development just days away.
We've got 2 here that is on the verge of being released, that they will go back into the wild. They have to breed and help to save a species.
So Muffin and Letti are the 2 oldest rhinos here and the biggest, and they know it. Muffin was about a month and a half old when he came in, after his mother had been poached. Letti came in when he was 7 months old. Now that they're at the end of their rehab process, they are too big for the rest of the rhinos because now they go and they hog all the food and they chase everyone else away. They're actually big bullies, in other words. It'll be good for them to go, especially because where they're going, there's bigger rhinos, so they can be put back down to size. And we want them to be out and free. And yeah, it'll be really exciting when they do leave.
For now, Muffin and Letti leave the boma every morning to enjoy the last few days in the camp they've called home for years. For 3 younger rhinos, the first step toward independence is just around the corner.
So we have Cabello, Kibera, and Grace. Those 3 have actually recently been weaned off of milk. So we try and replicate what they would be getting in the wild if they were with their mothers. Cabello came in when he was 3 months old. Unfortunately, he spent 2 or 3 months here at the orphanage without another rhino because our next group up was too big for him to go in with. So he got a lot of human interaction. Eventually, he became a bit depressed because he didn't have any rhino interaction at all. Kibera was about 5 months old when she came in. She was quite a feisty little rhino. We put them in together straight away, and Cabello's demeanor completely changed. He started acting like a normal rhino again. You could see he was happy and relaxed. When we got Grace in, she was about 8 months old. She was just found wandering alone on a reserve. We spent a couple days with her just so she would trust us and bond to us a bit, and then we put her in with Cabello and Kibera. And then it was the 3 brats together.
Now around 18 months old, Cabello, Kabira, and Grace have been weaned, and it's time for the team to decrease their contact with the 3 rhinos.
When they come in and they're very small, they get a lot of attention. The girls sleep with them, they're with them about 24 hours a day. But as they grow older, the human contact must become less and less and less.
Eventually what we start doing is we go out with them and we'll spend an hour or 2 and then we walk back and leave them alone.
You can go out all by yourselves today, hey?
Slowly we'd start decreasing our amount of time out there with them.
Today, the rhinos will head out by themselves for the whole day for the first time. An important step in preparation for being wild rhinos again in the future. Jamie takes the time to say goodbye for the day.
Please, honey. Goodbye, kids. Have a nice day. See you later.
It's very satisfying seeing them go out and do it on their own because, if they still relied on us, we wouldn't be doing the rehab properly. We need to get to that point where they can be out there alone.
The bond is a difficult one to break, but the rhinos will go their own way in good time. While some are gaining their independence, the orphanage's youngest rhino still needs round-the-clock attention. Like Cabello, her time at the orphanage has started with no rhino companion. Life with only humans for company can be boring and lonely. Even Jamie's cat Nui doesn't spark Nandi's interest. But there's one sure way to make a baby rhino happy.
The other day we took Nandi on her first walk out in the bush. Rhinos move around a lot, so it doesn't help if we've just got her stuck in the room. So we have to take her out every day. Nandi was really enjoying herself being out there. And it's really nice because it's so green here at the moment. We do the walks just to give them exercise, let them run, let them play, a lot of grazing as well. So we sit there and let them graze for a couple of hours.
White rhinos are specially evolved for grazing, with broad, square lips that pluck enough grass to fuel their bulk. They are thought to be the largest pure grazers that have ever lived on Earth. Africa is home to both white and black rhinos. There are 2 of the world's 5 species, the others being the Sumatran, Javan, and Indian rhinoceroses. The first true rhinos first appeared on Earth more than 20 million years ago. All species now face the threat of extinction thanks mainly to the desire for rhino horn. Human greed could bring this great lineage to a sudden and unnatural end. It's in the future of individuals like Nandi that the hopes of a species rest. Walks in the bush brighten up her day, but they can't last forever. Nandi isn't the only youngster that needs caring for, and the team have been under extra strain recently.
Laura's left working at the orphanage, so things have been pretty tight at the moment. We've got quite a few babies that we have to pay attention to, and with limited staff, it makes it very difficult.
Luckily, staff member Yanni has returned from leave. There's also help in the form of a new volunteer.
I'm Steffi, the new volunteer here, and I'm from Belgium. It's amazing because it's something totally different. I have never been doing something like this. It's like my first real working with big animals. On the one part, you have the rhinos. It's amazing to work with. And on the other hand, you have the humans that are working here. We're a little family looking after rhinos. So it's amazing to be a part of that.
So Steffi joined the orphanage team, and she's really, really nice, and we're really happy to have her here.
I am really bonded to Nandi, and it went like really quickly. She's my special rhino.
Steffi has found a place in the Rhino Orphanage family, and soon enough, she'll play witness to Nandi's biggest moment in weeks. Of all the Rhino Orphanage's inhabitants, few have had as tough a time as blind, wounded Tula. She was shot in the shoulder when her mother was killed by poachers.
Tula's wound is healing very slowly, but it's getting there. She now has no sight in either of her eyes, completely gone. We have removed one of her eyes. The other one is still there though, but she can't see out of it at all. So she depends on Neni a lot. She follows him everywhere, but she's actually got really good at it now. He waits for her, and Tula actually walks behind him and she touches his back legs or his bum, and then she knows, and then they walk off together. Neni's doing really well. He's big and fat, actually. Him and Tula are both now about 9, 10 months. So at 16 months, they'll be completely weaned off milk.
Tula and Neni's bond is unbreakable, but they'll soon need to make room for a third rhino in their lives. The duo are Nandi's only chance at the rhino companionship she desperately needs.
We would love to have a rhino who's more Nandi's size and Nandi's age, because Neni and Tula are actually quite a bit bigger than her. But unfortunately, we don't have another calf that size, so the next thing is to put her with them.
As the big moment arrives, Nandi takes to the boma as she usually does, unaware that things are about to change for her for good.
When we introduce the rhinos, any rhinos to each other, there's always the risk that something could go wrong. They could react badly to each other, but we give them quite a big area so that they can move around.
This is the first interaction Nandi has had with another rhino since her mother was killed by poachers. It's a huge step toward her being a regular rhino again.
It's just nice to see her behaving like a normal rhino and getting that interaction that she really needs. They're very social animals.
Having a new playmate is a relief for Neni too.
I think Neni is dying to have another rhino to play with. And Nandi is actually rougher than Neni. She really beats him up, and he just stands there and tolerates it. It's really cute.
Eventually, Nandi will spend all her time with Nini and Tula, but for now, they must settle for chaperone play dates. As each afternoon leads into evening, the team prepares a special cocktail of dry feed to reward the older rhinos for returning to the boma. After spending the day by themselves in the camp, Kabelo, Kabira and Grace are first back to enjoy their evening meal. For Muffin and Letti, returning to the boma for the night will soon be a thing of the past. This evening meal may be one of their last at the orphanage. As they near maturity, Muffin and Letti's horns are growing into the impressive tools they will need in the wild. Rhinos rely on their horns for two things: guaranteeing their survival and competing for the right to reproduce. Horns are sharp defensive weapons that keep even the mightiest predators at bay. They're also used in fights for territory and the right to mate. Horns have natural and functional value to their bearers, but to man, they have a different value altogether. The demand for rhino horn has driven the market value to astronomical heights. It trades at over $60,000 per kilogram, far more than gold or cocaine. For Muffin and Letti, this means one thing: their greatest asset when they return to the wild will also put a terrible target on their backs. Their horns may end up as status-giving souvenirs or supposed miracle medicines, even though they're made up of keratin, just like parts of us.
But when their horns look fluffy, it's actually just because it's been raining here so much. The rhino horn is like your nails and like hair. If you sit in the bath, your nails get that soft and supple, and they might actually start breaking. It's a really good way to show people that rhino horn is nothing more than lots of hair packed together, and like your nails.
The rain doesn't do long-term damage to the rhino's horns, but with release day looming, the weather might throw a spanner in the works.
3 months ago, this place looked like a desert. Now it's a jungle. We had almost 700 mils of rain this season.
The rain will mean plenty of food for Muffin and Letti when they return to the wild, but it could complicate their release.
Because we're on a reserve, obviously there's lots of dirt roads, and the rain makes everything very muddy and very slippery.
The release will require heavy vehicles and huge trailers. If the rain doesn't let up, the whole operation may be impossible. sunny day finally arrives, Steffi takes the opportunity to visit a nearby reserve that works closely with the orphanage.
I went on a grain drive and we saw lots of amazing animals. It was fun to be away like for one day from the orphanage because we had been very busy the last 2 weeks.
On top of admiring the wildlife, Steffi gets to spend some time with Trevor Mduzi, a ranger playing a crucial role in the fight against rhino poaching.
For one person who is directly involved in trying to cap these rhino killings, we feel hurt from what we see. I'll be happy nowadays to see a female that gives birth, and we monitor that baby and its mother enjoying life.
Like Steffi, Trevor started his career in conservation, caring for orphans.
I started working at elephant sanctuaries, looking after the orphaned baby elephants. Give them a second chance in life to survive with a carer next to them. And we became those carers, you know, feeding them every day, sleep where they sleep in the stables, build a bond. I was very much connected, and I'm still connected to the elephants.
Educating the public is one of the crucial roles that rangers like Trevor play in the fight against poaching.
When you approach a rhino, you start telling them about the plight of that particular rhino's life. And as it goes on to the guest himself, a tourist, who learns how important it is to look after them. If I see a rhino sighting, I can stay for more than 15 to 20 minutes talking about them. All about good things, but at the end I'll summarize and say, remember, we have to conserve, look after these animals, they're disappearing. Driving around, look at the spoors, the tracks of the rhinos, how fresh it is, which direction it went. That's very important.
Even with close tabs on the park's rhinos, the long grass and thick summer bush makes them hard to find. But eventually, Steffi gets a first glimpse of rhinos in the wild.
So are these rhinos from the orphanage, or where do they come from?
One of them is definitely from the Rhino Orphanage, which is a successful story.
So it would be great if I can come back in a couple of years and see Nandi grazing.
That's right.
All by herself, free.
For Steffi, the day has offered a rare opportunity to see rhinos thriving in their natural environment. She'll take this experience with her as she returns to raise the orphans she hopes will one day walk in the wild. Back at the orphanage, the two oldest rhinos are preparing in their own way for their return to life in the Bushveld.
It's so important that they go out, that they eat natural food. By the time they get released, that they are wild again. At some stage, we cut total human contact. And it's worked very well so far.
So they go out first thing in the morning. All the big rhinos go out by themselves. They've got a huge area to roam around and do normal rhino stuff. We go out and do a camp check every day just to make sure that everything's okay in there. We check on all the rhinos, we count them, make sure they're all there. It's great that they also, if they see a car driving through, they run away. They don't come up to the car and see what we are and things like that.
The large Bushveld camp is a sample of the rhino's natural wild environment. Spending long hours here reignites their instinct to flee from the unfamiliar, a crucial step in the rehab process. The process of separation begins early, and Kabelo, Kabira, and Grace are spending more and more time alone in the bush. The team are happy to see them adapting so well, but separation comes with anxiety, especially in the wake of recent events. Just weeks ago, poachers shocked the world by carrying out an audacious and terrible attack. In a carefully planned strike, the culprits broke into a French zoo on the outskirts of Paris. They then shot and killed a 4-year-old rhino and made off with its horn. This was the first known instance of rhino poaching in a European zoo, and it may have set a scary precedent for others to follow.
The Rhino Orphanage single biggest expense, monthly expense, is security. It's like fighting a drug cartel. Rhino horn is the single most expensive commodity that you can think of. You are fighting organized crime, and there is just too much money involved.
With poachers' eyes having turned on secure facilities, the concern for the rhino's safety is greater than ever.
During our camp check the other morning, we couldn't find the 3 babies, Kabelo, Grace, and Kabira. So we got Adam, who's our best anti-poaching guy, to come and help us track them.
Then if you see the one rhino was waking here, then you must look other side. There must be 2 or 3.
When rhinos go missing, it helps to have a highly trained tracker around. The threat of poachers is constant and real, and it's crucial the team can find the 3 youngsters. Even with Adam's help, it's taking longer than they'd hoped to find them. Eventually, Adam spots Kabelo, Kabira, and Grace grazing happily in the farthest corner of their camp.
Okay, are they still fine? Cool. We just wanted to check. We always check the rhinos every day to make sure they're all okay in the camps. So we had to make sure they were fine.
While it's caused some concern, the young rhinos seem to be relishing their growing independence. For Tula, taking to the bush alone is still in the distant future. She's gradually adjusting to life without sight, but a bullet wound is still a concern.
We clean Tula's wound out every day, and we just flush it with dilute iodine, just to get all the gunk and everything up. Her whole immune system seems to be down, which is normal considering what she's gone through, but the fact that her wound isn't healing well, you know, we thought that there was maybe something in there that was stopping it. So Dr. Bester came and he actually found a piece of bone that was still stuck in the wound, because when the bullet went through, it shattered the bone. And there were obviously a few pieces that were still moving around. We were thinking about sedating her again. The only thing we were worried about is the last time we sedated Tula, she actually stopped breathing.
It's coming, Nene, it's coming. Well done!
Got it.
Yo, amazing!
So Dr. Bester just felt around and he managed to feel that bone so quickly and just pull it out.
It's a success for Pia, but the real job for the week still lies ahead. The rain has dried up and the release will go ahead tomorrow. In the meantime, Tula gets her first chance to stretch her bone fragment-free shoulder.
You're coming. Let's go. Come, it's not that scary. Come, baby, go.
Nandi, Neni and Tula are having their first walk in the bush as a threesome.
It's actually really great to see them go off like that, just because you're out in the bush with them. You know, you do what rhinos do, and you go with them, and they lead the walk. You know, we don't interfere, we don't make them go a certain way, and you can't actually make them go anyway. They go and lie down, and they all lie down together, and they're always touching. Rhinos are very tactile, and you know, Nandi does that with us, but it's really nice to see her doing it with rhinos, because that's what she's supposed to be doing, because she will stay with them 24/7.
As the three calves begin on the long road to rehabilitation, tomorrow will mark the end of that journey for the orphanage's two oldest rhinos.
Nanny Pandy.
As the sun comes up on the day of the release, any concerns of bad weather are put to bed.
Muffin, Letti! And boys!
I'm really excited to see Muffin and Letti being released, because that's like eventually what we are doing this work for. So it's also what's going to happen with Tula and Nani and Nandi.
It'll be sad to see them go, just because it's great having them here. You can see them every day. You know they're in good health. You know they're safe when they're here. But we can't keep them here forever. You know, that would go against what we're doing. We want them to be out and free. It's exciting. Very excited to see them go out. It's the best part of rehab, is releasing.
As the anticipation builds, the day's business gets underway.
Happy that the boys are finally going, and excited for them, and yeah, like a proud mom seeing her children go off.
With everything in position, it's so far so good, but there's a fine line between success and failure. Pia prepares to dart Muffin and Letti so they can be loaded for transport. The two bulls weigh more than a ton each, and even a drowsy rhino can be dangerous. With enough manpower, Muffin walks straight aboard. And Letti follows close behind.
This is what we work for, to actually release them, rehabilitate them and release them, and let them have babies. These guys have been here for 4 years. It's been a long time to get them this far.
The rhinos begin the short journey to their new home.
It was a very smooth start to the day, and then we all drove to the new location to release Muffin and Letti.
Letti prepares to take his first steps in his new home. And Muffin soon follows.
So far, so good. We hope, yeah. Got off nicely. It's still a bit drunk, you can see. We got that normal reaction, immediately start grazing. But yeah, so far so good. They're free. They're free and they're safe.
Translocated these two rhinos from the orphanage. They came to the orphanage as babies. The mothers have been poached and killed, and yeah, now they're big rhinos. They can carry on with their lives. They've big released on a big patch of land. And that's what it's all about. That's for the future.
Yeah, I've told you.
Now what's he doing in the water?
Still drowsy from the move, Letti has wandered to a nearby river and stumbled in.
We all panicked. It was a pretty scary moment.
The rains have made it far deeper than anyone expected, and white rhinos can't swim. Disoriented and panicked, Letti heads for the far bank and straight into the depths.
It was really, really scary. It was horrible to watch, and yeah, that's definitely where the panic set in.
Years. It was years of working and getting this rhino where it is today, and then something like that happens.
With Letti's head on dry ground, everyone can breathe a sigh of relief.
You got your phone or anything with you?
Almost there, keep on going.
Yes. Almost. Come on.
With the help of a winch, the rhino finally makes it up the slippery bank and onto solid ground.
Ah, beautiful. She's going up. Hey. Well done, guys. Yes. Come, you're away from the flipping water.
One of the things I've asked is, that stream, how deep is it? And they all said, no, it's shallow, except for one hole. And the rhino went straight for that hole. Hopefully that hole is now a lot shallower after they broke the wall to get the water out, but yeah, it was quite scary. Little Jamie is so small, she was in the water without thinking. Steffi as well, that's why they're here. And without that compassion, you can't do this job if you don't really, really care for these animals. And they do.
It's a lesson hard learned for the team, but in the end, Muffin and Letti walk away unscathed.
You'll do 200 releases and 199 will go absolutely perfect, but you can never guarantee anything 100%. Just a miracle that he survived it.
I think I was really lucky that I could see the release of the 2 rhinos. It is amazing to see them free, because that's why you're working every day, just to get to that point that they can all live by themselves.
As Muffin and Letti leave the safety of the orphanage behind them, they begin the lives they were always meant to live. For the rhinos left at the orphanage, each passing day is another step in the right direction. Their long journey toward eventual release is well underway. Next time on the Rhino Orphanage, things get serious as poaching takes a drastic turn. Nandi struggles to fit in. Jamie heads home for a much-needed break. And reinforcements arrive just in time for 2 new orphans. One wide-eyed and wary, the other wounded but tenacious.